Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Library Class at Home with Mr. S. This week I have been reading you silly stories that rhyme. The story I want to read you today is called The Day the Babies Crawled Away. And I like this book because of the art style. It's done in something called silhouette, which means it's kind of like black and white, and you don't really see the faces on any of the characters. You just see their dark shadowed outlines. That's called silhouette, and I think it's pretty cool, especially in this story. So we're going to take a look at this. This was written and illustrated by Peggy Rathman. Remember, we talked about how an author and an illustrator do different jobs. The author writes the book and the illustrator draws the pictures, but sometimes one person can do both jobs. And in this case, Peggy Rathman, she not only wrote the words, but she drew the pictures as well. So you can see it's all done in dark shades here, and it's a silhouette, so you only see the outline of the characters, not the characters themselves. The Day the Babies Crawled Away. Okay. Remember the day the babies crawled away? We moms and dads were eating pies. The babies saw some butterflies. And what do you know? Surprise, surprise, the babies crawled away. So all the parents were having a pie eating contest, and the babies are following these butterflies. Remember the way you tried to save the day? You hollered, "Hey, yo, babies, stay!" But none of them did. Some of them hid. I say, what a day when the babies crawled away. They crawled in the trees, chasing the bees. Look, here's all the trees. Look, there's a baby hanging upside down by their legs, and there's a baby underneath a beehive. Oh my goodness, why, that's almost dangerous. They crawled in a bog, chasing the frogs. Well, there's a couple of frogs. I like these babies. They have no fear. They crawled in a cave. You yelled, "Babies, behave!" But the babies loved bats, so the babies just waved. Now this one's hanging upside down like a bat. When the babies crawled out on a ledge, you yelled, "Babies, don't crawl near the edge!" But none of them heard, at least not the three who thought they were birds and got stuck in a tree. There's one of them. There's the other one. I guess that's the other one that thought they were birds. You yelled, "I'll be there in a jiff," as you scrambled down the cliff. And you saved the whole crew, including the two who practically flew before landing on you. Nice play. What a day when the babies crawled away. But then, my oh my, how those babies began to cry. They were hungry and tired, and their little mouths were dry. So you mashed them some blackberries with droplets of dew, and they took a short nap in a big pile on you. I say, what a day when the babies crawled away. Remember the sling you invented to bring them all back. You borrowed their diapers and tied in a sack. With lines made of vines, it took quite a while, but you and the babies all rode up in style. Hey, hey, what a day when the babies crawled away. Remember the way they followed you home that day, through the cave and the trees on their brave little knees, waving bye-bye to the bats and the bees. Okay, what a day when the babies crawled away. Remember how we cheered, "Hip, hip, hooray! You fetched our darling babies home to stay. You are our hero, have some pies, and we insist that you've won first prize for saving the day when the babies crawled away." Remember the way I carried you home to bed. You were thirsty and tired, and your little eyes were red. You told me your story. I brewed you some tea. Then you fell fast asleep in a small pile on me. Shh, I say, what a day when the babies crawled away. And that, boys and girls, is the end of this cool story. I don't know, what do you think? Did the babies really crawl away? Babies do like to crawl. Maybe you have a baby at home that likes to crawl around. Maybe you want to tell me about that baby that you have at home that likes to crawl around. Or maybe you want to tell me if you were a baby, where would you crawl to? Either way, leave me a comment on my Google Classroom page. I almost said Instagram for a minute. I don't know. Leave me a comment on my Google Classroom page, and don't forget to click the turned in button after you've watched this video so they know that you've done it. And that's it for today. Check back tomorrow. I'll have another great story that will probably be a little silly and most likely will rhyme. So there you go. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.
Spaghetti.
Are we rolling? Yeah. Ah, there's a bug in my water. Ugh.
You're still drinking it?
Ugh. Yum.